Hey, fight fans, welcome back to Carlo Prusa MMA. Today, I am with a returning guest to the program. He is the now 10-1 top prospect. He is Starboy, Mr. Ernesto Rodriguez, coming off of a huge win. Mahmoud Sabie, Tuff-N-Uff 143 last Friday night. Man, has you able to process the moment? What does it feel like now, being 10-1, winning that belt?
Feels great. It's a great feeling. The next morning I woke up, I was like, damn, this feels good. Have the bell right next to my bed. Got a lot of fans and friends congratulate me for the fight. It feels amazing.
You know, to start off that fight a little bit, you faced a little bit of tough times in there. You know, he was doing a good job at first. Obviously, you were able to turn it around. You remained very calm and composed the whole time. You know, when he was having success, what was going through your head?
No, that was the game plan. That was the plan that I did with my coaches. Just stay calm the whole time, stay composed. I kind of in my mind, I knew like a certain point in the fight, I was going to be in a bad spot. I just had to work my way up and escape from that position and put pressure right after any scramble or any bad spot that I was in, and that's exactly what I did.
Now, walk me through that finish. Obviously, you were able to finish him with the hands. Let me know. Walk me through the final couple minutes of that.
Definitely, I finished it with the hands, but it was definitely the leg kicks that set up my hands. Like a lot of people think like I do boxing. Like I do boxing, but the main thing I do is Muay Thai. So the hands set up the kicks set up the hands. And yeah, I saw like I throw like a one uppercut three. I saw him wobble a little bit. I feint, throw my low kick to see what was reaction was gonna be, and then start throwing uppercuts. And I noticed that he wasn't doing anything. He wasn't doing anything to stop me. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go body, head, body, and mixing it up, ups and down, until I was able to hit him with I think a left hook, and then he fall, and I was like, okay, this is mine now. Boom, punish, and then yeah, amazing.
You know, following the fight, be able to hoist that belt. What was that whole moment like for you, man?
It was great feeling. I the whole camp. I This was the best camp I ever had in my entire career. Went to the mountains to run. I was swimming. I was doing like five simulations at the PI. I was doing everything. So I was like 100%. I did everything right in order to get that belt around my waist. So when I finally had it, it was like a step closer to the main goal, which is getting the UFC and chase that UFC belt as well. So that was like a little taste of what it's gonna feel once I get that UFC belt.
You know, you've had the chance to fight some big cards, some great matchups so far in the regional scene. This one, you got a main event. You got to go in to check in. You got to see your name on the poster. You got to sign the poster. What was it like, man, being the main event of the night?
Great feeling. Be the main event. My the poster was everywhere in Vegas and the freeways on the main screen at the Palms. I have friends texting me, "Hey, I just saw the billboard. I just saw your face." It was in front of the UFC Performance Institute, so I have all my coaches for the PI telling me they're doing a great job posting the billboard right next to the PI so people on the UFC can see it. And then we went like 2 days before the fight. Me and my wife went over the Palms. That was where the fight was gonna be. We took a lot of videos from the picture of the big screen at the Palms. Very exciting moments. Be able to sign the posters. Hopefully, I can get one of those posters and put it on my garage or my future gym. So it was definitely a great feeling.
You know, you mentioned you live over in Las Vegas, you know, the fight capital of the world. You got Syndicate out there, you got Extreme Couture out there, you have all these different promotions. LFA does tons of events out there, Tough-N-Uff does events out there, you have the PI, you have the UFC. Everyone who's big in the fight game goes to Vegas at one time or another. When you're constantly around all of it, does that just motivate you every single day?
Definitely motivates me. It fuels me to keep going, to keep training, to tell myself that I'm in the right spot, that I'm in the right city with the right skill sets go far in this journey.
You know, the last time we talked about the sacrifices of being a mixed martial artist. You know, so many people want to do it. Very few people are willing to sacrifice everything. You know, we talked about earlier before we started the interview. You have a job. You work as a bartender. You know, what is it like training with all these killers, training with all these high elite guys, going out there fighting on these big regional shows, and also having to balancing it with a 9 to 5 job?
Yeah, no, it's super hard. It's super hard. It's like an everyday grinding. Be able to go train and train again, and then go home, shower, go to work, get home like midnight, 2 a.m. in the morning, wake up the next day, do it all over again. And then training, like you say, with elite athletes that just dedicate their life to just train and then do that. And on top of that, go handle a 9 to 5 job. It's really hard, but the benefits are after. Just like this past Friday, I got that belt. That was the best feeling. So every single minute of it is very worth it. So
You know, what's it like when you're a bartender and you're dealing with some people who may drink a little too much? What's it like when they figure out that you're a fighter?
oh, they get so excited because the alcohol and the fighting kind of gets along. So they get so excited, and then they start asking me questions like another interview, and I just kind of go back and forth. I answer them, and then yeah, sometimes they seem like even when they seem a little aggressive, they see my cauliflower ears. They gonna bring that energy down, and they were like, oh, they know they can they can fuck with me pretty much. They gotta stay like nice and relaxed because they'll get kicked out of the bar right away. I don't need security to kick them out. I can do it myself.
You know, you're really making a name for yourself on the regional scene, man. You know, a lot of people regard you as one of the top prospects in the game, and for very good reason. I mean, you're showing it every single time. You know, one thing I think is really impressed with you, you look at your record, you look at your last four, you know, the opponents 6-1, 11-2, 21-11, 5-2. You're not fighting handpicked guys. You're fighting guys with winning records. You're fighting guys who are legit fighters. Do you think this separates you from a lot of other prospects out there?
100% that separates me from a lot of prospects because I haven't fight any easy fights. If you combine the records of all the fights I've fought, I think it's like 60-20, which is insane for me not being in the UFC yet. Yeah, a lot of guys have take like easy path. I haven't. I've fought some tough guys. I've beat them. Um, I think it's time. I think it's time. So that definitely separates me from other prospects out there. I haven't fight no easy fights, and I think at the end of the day, once I make it to the UFC, it will pay off. Be able to fight tough guys before I make it, because I will get there to stay.
You know, we're about to get into May. Tomorrow is May 1st. In August starts a series that goes on every Tuesday night. Do you think with that win on Friday night, is that enough to get you on the Contender?
It should be. It should be enough to get me into Contender Series. I've been chasing Contender Series for 2 seasons now. Especially last year, I didn't fight during the whole Contender Series season, just waiting for the call. The call never came. I fought. I fought right after. Fought again last Friday. So it should be enough for me to get in Contender Series season or any short notice out there. I'll be ready.
You know, with the Contender coming up, with the chance of, you know, someone dropping out, maybe a short notice, does that just reinforce the importance of training year round and, you know, staying ready?
Definitely does. Definitely does. That's one thing I do always is just train, stay active, stay close to the weight that I fight. I only walk around 185. If they call me with 4 days notice, 3 days notice, 2 hours notice, I'll be there doing some dang eager shit.
Absolutely. So you train over at Extreme Couture. You train with a bunch of killers. You know, what's it like to be in that atmosphere with a bunch of Extreme Couture is cool because it's got the established guys, the Chris Curtises of the world. It's got Sean Strickland over there, Dan Ige, so many great fighters.
Mhm.
Also got some very top prospects. You know, Matus Camilo, Eli Barzilai, all those types of guys are over there. What's it like to be in that environment?
Feels great. It feels great. It feels my hungry and my energy, like having those guys around me, pushing me every day, like training with them. That's the highest level you can get. I also train at One Kicks with the Angel Kawani brothers. Those are straight striker killers. So I do my sparring with them a lot too. So it feels great to have all those guys around to help me get to the top.
In addition to obviously being able to sharpen your skills, get to go in there, spar with them, wrestle with them, grapple with them, do you feel like being around those guys, do you have a better understanding of the business side of this, how to conduct yourself, how to talk? Are you really learning more about the whole business and what this is besides fighting?
Definitely, definitely. It kind of puts it on a perspective that everybody has his own personality. But when it comes to the gym and training ethic, we all have one thing is in common, and it's train hard, sacrifice a lot, and go after. Go after. If you go after, you can get it.
You're a type of person, you enjoy the part of mixed martial arts that contains with values, the morals of being a martial artist. To you, what does it mean to call yourself a mixed martial artist?
Oh, it means a lot. It means I have a career to pursue. I have a dream to go after. It means a lot. It means a lot. It separates me from, I would say, like normal people, but at the same time, it puts me with normal people because we all have dreams to go after.
What would it mean for you to be able to fight in the UFC, fight in the Contender, and really put yourself on that road when you can really start making some headway on your dreams?
It would mean the world to me because it's a dream that I have since I was a little kid. I used to watch UFC fights with my dad on the VHR. Yeah, so it means the whole world to be able to fight for the UFC. I've kind of like put it on my mind already. Like I've seen myself walking that aisle out there to the cage with the UFC fits, with the UFC gloves on my hands, with my dad on my corner. It will be a dream come true. Be able to fight for the UFC.
You're a fighter. You've experienced defeat early on in your career against Richie Lewis. Not to harp on it much, but do you find benefit in that? Being 10-1, having that loss already on the record, does that allow you to fight more free and not even worry about it?
Definitely does. I felt like I had a lot of pressure before that loss because I was telling myself I'm undefeated, I'm undefeated. Like I used to say it a lot, I'm undefeated, I'm undefeated. That was also the time where Khabib was undefeated, and then me have the same style as Khabib had. Like I was comparing myself a lot to Khabib, and then after that loss, like I realized that compare. I don't have to compare myself with anybody. I'm Ernesto Starboy Rodriguez. I have my own style, my own path, my own journey, my own personality. So it definitely made me fight out there with more freedom, be able to try new things like my striking, my kicks, and everything. So it definitely does. Yeah.
Your nickname Starboy, I think that's one of the cooler names in mixed martial arts. What's the origins behind that? How did you come up with Starboy?
Because like back when I was first started doing martial MMA, I was learning English as well because I didn't speak any English back then. And then I was also like trying to learn with music. So back then I was listening to The Weeknd. That song was very popular, and I was like, I need a nickname. And yeah, so the song played at the same time. I thought in my mind that I needed a nickname. I was like, okay, that's it right there, Starboy. And then I called myself a star boy, and then like a couple of days after, I walked into Extreme Couture, and a couple guys were saying, "Hey, star boy! Hey, star boy!" And I was like, "Oh shit! I guess that feel good." So yeah, star boy, and then I walk out with the star boy son, and yeah, that's how it came out.
Do you feel like being bilingual, being able to speak both Spanish as well as English, do you think that's going to help you gain fans and, better yourself in the UFC?
Oh yeah, because I won't need a translator to go out there with me. I can talk shit on both languages. I can talk well on both languages, and everybody will be able to understand me. Like I will get more fans and public to support my career.
Absolutely. So before I let you go here, we got some big UFC fights coming up, and I want to get your predictions on who do you think are going to win some of these big matchups. So we got Marab Devashvili. He's rematching Sugar Sean O'Malley. What goes down in this one?
I think on the Belab and Jack de la Maralena, I think Belab will be able to put that wrestling out there, put that cardio. I hate them both. I want to fight them both, but I see Belab winning this fight. And then Sugar Sean O'Malley and Merab. O'Malley has to train really hard to beat Merab. Merab has an insane cardio. He's been going to the same mountain I've been going, so I feel like that cardio that he has is very hard to beat. So I'm gonna go with Merab de la Vicili.
Is it true? Were you offered Della Maddalena once?
Yes, yes, that's true. I got offered de la Maralina when on short notice. I say yes, but he say no. He end up fighting Basil Basil. I forgot the name. Yeah,
Very.
he end up fighting him. So, but yeah, I say yes on a short notice, but I guess he didn't accept it.
That opportunity, although it didn't go through, was that a big self-confidence? Did that show you that everyone knows that you belong in this position?
Yeah, it was a big self confidence because I'm like I'm right there, I'm right there. But then it kind of like it didn't happen, so I was like kind of brought me down a little bit too. Damn, like frustrating. But like I brought myself back and I'm like, okay, you're right at the door. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I think I fought 3 times after that. I got offered that fight, so
You know,
but we're almost there.
being a professional fighter, I mean, it's a life like no other. And I think one thing that a lot of people don't realize, a lot of fighters experience highs, they experience lows. It's a roller coaster of up, down, up, down, up, down. Do you feel that fighting is more mental than it is physical?
I would say it's 80. The physical part helps the mental part. If you prepare yourself physically, you will be ready mentally as well. I would say like 80% physical, 20% mental. And myself, maybe some fighters are different and they think it's more mental than physical. But for my personal opinion, if you get yourself fully ready physical, you also fully ready mentally.
You're the type of guy everyone loves watching you fight because there's not a boring Ernesto Rodriguez fight. You're so well rounded. You have the hands. Obviously, we've seen it last week. You can finish people. You can finish people on the ground. Your jiu-jitsu, your submission game is so amazing. Do you take a lot of pride in the way you fight?
I do. I do take a lot of pride in my way in the way I fight. I feel like I'm very well rounded. Like you say, I have everything. I have the striking, I have the wrestling, I have the jiu-jitsu. I get better every fight. I feel like that's key in my career too. Doesn't matter if my opponents can watch my tape or my previous fights. It doesn't matter because I'm better every time, and I feel that plays a huge part in my career.
For you, who are some of the guys that you looked up to when you were younger and you try to mold yourself off of?
Definitely my dad. I look up to my dad a lot because he was always pushing me. He was showing me how to get things done and training and being at the gym 2 3 times a day. Also, like I was a big fan of Randy Couture growing up. He's a big wrestler. He was the oldest champion back then. Like he told me that age doesn't really matter in this sport. As long as you don't quit, you can achieve great things.
We've seen in combat sports, dad and son duels. Obviously, you have Floyd Mayweather with his dad, Roger Mayweather. You have Teofimo Lopez, him and his dad. What would it be like to be one of the first guys to really make a name with your dad in MMA and the UFC?
Oh, it will be a dream come true. We really want to do that. He's a big supporter of my career. I just want to make him proud, to be honest. I just want to make him feel happy, make him feel that all the time that he spent with me when I was a little kid in the gym, like taking me to train, staying and training with me, picking me up after training. I just want to tell him that it all pay off at the end of the day.
Awesome. All right, Ernesto, last question for you, my friend. We're coming on in May. We've got 8 months left of the year. In a perfect world, how does the rest of this year pay off for you?
On the perfect world, I get the call for Contender to fight either August or September. August will be better than have my baby girl on the way September and make my UFC debut by December. That's the perfect rest of the year.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, congratulations on the
Thank you.
expecting of your baby girl. That is amazing. And thank you so much for your time again, Ernesto. Always a pleasure talking to you, my friend.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Pleasure is mine.
Absolutely. That's it for us tonight. I am Carlo Prusa. He is the Starboy. He is Mr. Ernesto Rodriguez. Take it easy, fight fans.
Let's go, brother.